when I'm doing TV and I got 18, God damn it, can't everybody stop for 10 minutes? I mean, everybody seems that's the only, everybody can we stick, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not that much to ask. Is that when everybody has to move when I'm trying to concentrate?
Hey, somebody has run out on the field. Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt. Now he takes off the shirt. He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Now he runs the opposite way. He runs at the 50. He runs at the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. The 20. They're chasing him. They're not going to get him. Waving his arms, bare-chested. Somebody stop
Look
that
out,
man.
here comes the blue coat,
Oh,
Kevin.
they got him.
Here
They're
comes the
coming
blue
from the
coats.
left. Oh, and they tackle him at the 40-yard line.
I'm sorry to explode like that, but it's like no one's ever worked on TV here before.
That was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
Welcome to the ENFLP, the Egyptian NFL podcast. My name is Muzzy.
And my name is Refreshed Abdo.
Refreshed Abdo's here, and Muzzy is here. Playoff week! The Wildcard playoff week is here. Oh, the NFL regular season is over. Everyone who's going to the playoffs, we now know. I'm excited for this playoff season. Are you excited for it?
I'm excited. I think all the teams we guessed are going to be there.
Yeah.
Or except for the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals and the Bengals. A bit of surprise teams made it through for us. We didn't think the Dolphins would be there.
No. Dolphins is the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah.
I think it's the only surprise there.
Right.
Is there any other surprises?
The Lions. In the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have thought that they would make it this far. And they almost didn't make it this far.
Pretty unlucky, man. Pretty unlucky.
They lost the last 3 games of their season, dude.
Yeah.
They only needed to win one of those 3 to clinch the division. And they lost all 3. So that's a team to look for to lose early in this playoff race, I think. But we'll get to that.
Maybe they're going to turn it around. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Because the Seahawks have been pretty inconsistent this
Yeah.
season.
But yeah, the Texans, we thought they would have a good season. They had not as good as a season as we thought in the beginning of the year.
It's because of their offense. Their offense let them down big time.
Definitely.
If they had I was wondering, man, $72 million. I really can't. Like, I don't know. He's not Sam Bradford, but he's no $72 million quarterback.
Maybe in the playoffs he will be. Wouldn't that be great if he starts playing like a good quarterback in the playoffs?
No.
The Raiders, we were high on them in the beginning of the season. Yeah. They're there. The Steelers, we were high on them as also. You picked the Bengals for that division.
Yeah.
I had picked the Steelers. The Seahawks, I had picked them for the division winners.
You always pick the Seahawks. You think they're reliable.
I think they are one of the best. Them and the Patriots are the 2 best teams in the NFL.
The two most consistent teams.
Yeah, definitely. In the past 5 years, no one has winning percentage like the Seahawks and the Patriots do. You know.
Can't argue stats.
Yeah. The Giants. I didn't know what was gonna be of the Giants. I didn't think they would make it this far, but they had a great season.
But the Giants, you feel like they're always a contender.
Yeah, definitely.
They should be. Like, they have everything to be a contender. The defense is good.
Yeah. Finally, their defense is good. Last year, they had
they were awful.
Yeah.
Defense-wise, they were one of the worst teams in the NFL. This year, I think they're one of the...
They're top 10 defense.
Top 10 defense, yeah.
Yeah, they're 10th overall in defense, which is really good for them.
And they have a really good offense.
They do. And they haven't been in the playoffs for a while. I think it's 3-4 years they haven't been in the playoffs, something like that. So it's good to have them back.
It's about time.
The Packers, we picked them for the division winner. We did. Both of us picked them for the division winners, and they ended up winning the division. They won 6 straight games to end the season.
Because they started the season okay, then the mid-season they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were terrible. Like, I was abusing them.
It was when their rushing game and their defense kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers was doing everything by himself.
Like, I felt the only one who was performing in this team was Aaron Rodgers.
Definitely.
And it was awful. It was awful to watch the Packers at that time.
Yeah.
But then everything clicked.
Yeah.
And then, we're a winning team.
For sure.
We're going to win. And they won 6 straight games. So I think the Packers as well, they're a big contender.
Yeah.
I don't think people are gonna think about the Packers a lot, but they might as well win it.
Yeah. They really could. They really could. The Chiefs are there. And they have a bye week. They won their division. You picked this.
What?
Did you pick the Chiefs or the Raiders?
I picked the Chiefs.
You picked the Chiefs?
Like, I wanted the Raiders to win, but I picked the Chiefs.
Right.
But now well, I'm gonna talk about this later.
Okay.
But, yeah, I have some.
And then we have the Falcons, who won their the second seed in the NFC.
I picked the Falcons to win their division.
No, you picked the Panthers.
I picked the Panthers.
You picked the Panthers to win that.
Are you
division.
sure?
I remember that. I remember you picking the Panthers.
Are you positive?
I'm 100% positive. Like, the Falcons are there. Their offense is ridiculous this season. I'm kind of sad about it, but it's fine. I think we'll see what happens to them in the playoffs. The Cowboys and the Patriots won their conferences respectfully. What can you say about the Cowboys and the Patriots? Flawless teams this season, you know?
Except for the last game for the Cowboys.
Well, they were playing Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez, man, that was
Ridiculous.
terrible to watch.
Yeah.
It's like a whole other team.
Yeah,
that's not the Cowboys.
It shows you how important the quarterback position
Yes.
is, and you saw the difference between Dak Prescott and Mark Sanchez in that game. That was kind of crazy. So yeah, those are the playoff teams. This weekend, Saturday night will be the first game, which is the Oakland Raiders at the Houston Texans. Let's start picking games.
Let's do it, man.
Let's start with this game. The Oakland Raiders at the Houston Texans.
That's a tough one. I think that's the toughest game to pick.
Yeah, I'm really confused with this game. I don't know where to go. You have Connor Cook starting for the Oakland Raiders. Obviously, Derek Carr is out for the whole playoffs. I don't think the Oakland Raiders are going to get far in this playoff schedule. They could win this game, but there's something about the Houston Texans defense, which ended up being the number one overall defense in the NFL season, that makes me kind of want to pick them. And Connor Cook, a rookie quarterback, starting his first game in the playoffs, it's going to be rough. Unless this guy is like legit.
No, but he's not just starting the first game in the playoffs. His first game ever.
Yeah.
Ever in the play. He didn't even get dressed for any of the previous games.
Right.
So this is a guy playing against the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
And they're hard hitters, man. They're going to hit him a lot.
Jadeveon Clowney is there, and I think Jadeveon Clowney is going to have a massive game for his first playoff game, and I really do think Jadeveon Clowney will sack Connor Cook a lot.
I think he's going to get sacked.
But the Raiders are a good team. The Raiders are a really, really good team.
But like we said about the Cowboys when they played Mark Sanchez.
Right.
The quarterback is so important.
Yeah, and Derek Carr did carry the Raiders for a lot of games. In the fourth quarter, in the last drive of the game, he ended up having a touchdown pass that led them to win the game.
And you felt that he's the leader of the team.
Without a doubt.
He's the leader of the team. So, I don't know. I think the Texans are going to win this one. After I talked about it with you, it's...
Look, it's going to be a close game. You got one of the worst offenses in the Texans going against a very shaky defense in the Raiders. Then you got a really, really, really good defense in the Texans going up against a vulnerable offense in the Raiders. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I think the Raiders' defense will step up because they're going against a fairly easy offense. It's going to depend on the fourth quarter, but I will pick the Texans.
I'll pick the Texans as well, and I think it doesn't matter what who wins this game, this
Right.
playoff game. I don't think any of the teams are gonna make it far in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll get to what will happen if the teams win, who will they face next week. But if we have the Texans winning here, we'll see what happens with that. The next game on Saturday night U.S. time, Sunday morning for us, Cairo time, is the Detroit Lions at the Seattle Seahawks. This game will be at 3:30 a.m. Monday morning, Cairo time. For me, this is an easy game to pick. This is the easiest game to pick.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the Lions are a team that can surprise you as well.
Right.
And they made it to the playoffs for the first time in a while.
Right.
And how many
It's been a while, and I
It's been
agree
a
with
while.
you. And I agree with you that this is a closer matchup than it might appear.
And I don't know, I feel the Lions this year, there's something about them. I don't know, even though they lost their last 3 games.
Right.
But, I don't know. I think they're going to give the Seahawks a really, really hard time.
But Seattle and home in the playoffs, it's a really hard thing to go and beat them in Seattle. It's such a hard thing to do. Those fans in Seattle in the playoff time, they're so loud. The Lions' offense is good, but when you put them in Seattle and you put them up against Seattle's defense, automatically it becomes really hard to accomplish anything. So I'm picking Seattle for this game. I think this is Golden Tate, the Lions wide receiver, is playing against his former team in the playoffs because he used to be in with the Seattle Seahawks. So he's probably going to have. He's near 27, something like that.
Oh wow, I thought he was younger.
I don't think he's that young though. I think he's mid-20s, going up to 30.
Pretty good.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
He's a pretty good receiver. Yeah. I think also the Lions, they have pretty good receivers.
Yeah, they do.
Excellent receivers.
Oh, I don't know about excellent.
I think Golden Tate is an excellent
Yes,
receiver.
I agree with you. Golden Tate is an excellent receiver.
I think Marvin Jones is an excellent receiver on his day.
Marvin Jones is inconsistent.
He's inconsistent.
For me to say that he's excellent.
But on his day, he's gonna impress you. And he's gonna, where did this guy come from?
Right. Yeah, but he's inconsistent. So I'm not going there. I'm not going there on Marvin Jones.
Okay.
So who you got for this game then? Decisions.
I'll pick the Seahawks.
You'll pick the Seahawks?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man, you can't see past them.
It's because I want the Lions to win.
Yeah.
I want the Lions to win, but it's you don't get everything you want in life.
Yeah.
Halas, game over. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next NFL playoff game. The Miami Dolphins at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Miami Dolphins clinching a wild card spot to make it to the playoffs. They won't have Ryan Tannehill for this game.
Yeah, right.
Ryan Tannehill is out. Matt Moore will be starting for them. Pittsburgh Steelers, everyone's healthy.
Everyone's healthy?
Yeah.
Then that's a no-brainer, man.
Right?
I don't think the Dolphins are going to do anything against the Steelers. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just
And
don't see it
they're
either.
playing in Pittsburgh, right?
They're playing in Pittsburgh.
So, yeah.
Pittsburgh is 12th overall in defense. So that's pretty good for them. Jay might have a reasonably good game, but I just can't see past Pittsburgh in this game. This is another easy choice for me as well. Maybe if Ryan Tannehill was playing, it would be something different. They could surprise us, but I'm more inclined to pick the home team here.
I'm more inclined to pick the Steelers over the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I've watched the Dolphins play, and I think that they're lucky to be here.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They're lucky. They're lucky to be here. Yeah, I mean, they're inconsistent.
They're lucky that the Broncos lost a couple of games towards the end of the season, for sure. I agree with you there. There's a strong possibility that they could have never even been here. So yeah.
Like this is a surprise for me. The Dolphins being in the playoffs is a big surprise for me.
Right.
I never thought they were gonna make it
Until they did.
until they did.
They have the 29th overall defense in the NFL.
I told you, man.
Le'Veon, this is a rematch from earlier this season. These teams have played against each other. Remember earlier in the season when Miami was doing so bad and the Steelers were doing so well, and then this game came up and we were like, yeah, the Steelers are going to absolutely destroy the Dolphins.
Yeah,
And then the Dolphins ended up winning that game.
I remember, man. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't think that's going to happen again?
No.
I really don't think that's
I
going to
don't
happen
think
again
that's gonna
either.
happen.
I think this time the Steelers will actually destroy the Dolphins.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Le'Veon Bell's going to have a massive game. Antonio Brown's
Yeah.
going to have a massive game. Of course,
Big
Ben
Ben.
Roethlisberger is going to have a big game.
It's خلاص, let's not talk about this game. It's,
All right. It's that.
it's the Steelers.
Steelers all the way.
100%, yeah.
All right, let's move on to the last wild card playoff game. The New York Giants at the Green Bay Packers.
I think
Oh!
that's the biggest game
On the playoffs?
of the
For sure.
Yeah,
Of the wild card spot.
wild card sport. Yeah.
Definitely. This game is going to be the best game to watch for sure. Both teams are really good right now.
I'll pick the Packers, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. Like when you watch him play, he's the best. He's the best quarterback around now. I know you have your disagreements about that.
I don't know. I think he's an amazing quarterback. I think he is a Hall of Fame quarterback. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but you don't think he's the best.
The best?
Yeah, the best currently.
Drew Brees is the best currently.
But I don't know. In terms of yards, yes. But as a more complete quarterback, I think Aaron Rodgers is more.
Look, Aaron Rodgers does things that no other quarterback in the NFL does, which is he's in the pocket for 3 seconds, and then he's out of the pocket for another 3 seconds. He creates himself another pocket for another 3 seconds. This guy's footwork is amazing.
Yeah.
He has the best feet when it comes to the quarterback position.
I think ever.
Yeah, I really love him, like in that category. He's so unique and special. So, yes, I agree with you.
And he can actually carry a team.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if the team is shit,
Yeah,
he can make them perform.
definitely. And I think playing in Green Bay in this game, there's a strong possibility that Aaron Rodgers will end up helping the Packers win this game.
Yeah.
But they're going up against a really hard Giants defense and a really good Giants offense who might do well against the Packers defense that has been very inconsistent this season. Green Bay is 22nd overall in defense.
Wow.
So if the Green Bay Packers defense shows up in this game, then I give them a chance. But if they don't show up in this game, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to carry them. So far, we've picked all home teams winning.
Really?
Okay? Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks are going to win at home. The Steelers are going to win at home. The Texans are going to win at home. I am inclined to pick the Packers to win at home here. But this is the only game where I'm going to say I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants won this game.
I wouldn't be surprised. The Giants are an amazing team.
Yeah.
They're excellent. But the Packers, I don't know. I think they're hitting their stride.
Yeah.
It's a streak, six game winning streak. I think that it's gonna be a 7-game winning streak.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Picking the Packers. I'm picking the Packers too. So now we have the Steelers winning, the Texans winning, the Seahawks winning, the Packers winning.
Yeah.
Okay? But all home teams. Who would they play next week if this were to happen? If the Steelers win the Dolphins and if the Texans beat the Raiders, that would mean that the Texans would play against the New England Patriots. And the Pittsburgh Steelers would play against the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC side. Because the Patriots would play against the lowest seed, which is the Houston Texans. And the Chiefs would play the next team, which is the Steelers. So, Patriots and Texans.
I think that's a no-brainer as well.
Patriots.
Like 100%.
Like, we'll see what happens next week before we get into detail about that. But we picked the Patriots there.
The Patriots, against the Texans.
Yeah. Steelers and Chiefs. That's a hard one.
That's a
really hard one. But either way, whoever wins this game would go play in New England. Okay?
So they're...
So we have Steelers, Chiefs, Patriots on the AFC side.
It's not fair.
And then on the NFC side, the Seahawks win against the Lions. They go play against the Falcons in Atlanta. The Packers beat the Giants. The Packers would end up playing the Cowboys in Dallas. Falcons, Seattle.
I'll pick the Falcons.
All right.
The Falcons.
Cowboys and Packers.
Cowboys.
All right. And then Cowboys and Falcons. All right. I'm picking.
I think the Cowboys are like a complete team as well.
Right.
I think they should make it to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so
Like my ideal Super Bowl would be the Chiefs and the Cowboys.
all right, so you're picking Chiefs Cowboys.
Yeah.
You're picking the Chiefs to beat the Steelers, and then Chiefs to beat the Patriots. Okay.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs to make it on the AFC side, and then you have the Cowboys beating the Packers at home, and then playing against the Falcons in the NFC Championship and beating them as well.
Yeah.
I have the New England Patriots winning against the Texans. Whoever wins between the Chiefs and the Steelers, I don't know who would win that game, but the Patriots would win still. The Patriots would go to the Super Bowl. I would pick Seattle to beat the Falcons. I would pick the Cowboys to beat the Packers. And then Seattle to beat the Cowboys at home. So I would have a Patriots-Seattle Super Bowl.
Patriots Seattle Super Bowl.
Yeah, again.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't know, I just have a feeling.
I feel like it's gonna be a boring Super Bowl
If they happen again.
If you have these two teams.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
I think the Chiefs and the Cowboys are interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
That's an interesting matchup.
I'm just picking on what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, the Falcons could beat the Seattle Seahawks.
Because the Patriots, you always think when they make it to the playoffs, they're gonna like cruise through to the Super Bowl.
Right.
But that's not always the case. Like, teams surprise you.
Right.
That's why I have the playoffs. Because that's when surprises happen.
I think the Chiefs could surprise the Patriots, and the Steelers could also surprise the Patriots. But it's the Patriots. They have a really easy first game. Whether they play the Raiders or the Texans, it's going to be an easy first game. But they're going to be really healthy, or they're going to be really active for that semifinal game. You know.
But the Texans, man, their defense is they're gonna hit the
Garrett Blunt is going to run right all over them. It's not going to be an issue. Yeah, and they have Deion Lewis on one side. And White, the other running back, on the other side. It's going to be really easy for them.
I highly doubt that it's going to be really easy.
We'll
I think
see.
They're going to win it, but it's not going to be an easy game.
All right, we'll see. So, Chiefs, Cowboys for you.
Yeah.
Patriots, Seahawks for me. All right, that's it. That's our playoff predictions. We'll see next week what actually happens, and we'll come back to it when the divisional round is solidified. It's going to be an amazing playoff weekend. Try to watch all the games if possible. The NFL season is nearing its end. Watch them now before it's too late, or else you will regret it. Now, let's talk a bit about the stats. The regular season's finished. The stats are all there. Let's start with the quarterback position. All right. These are the top 5 quarterbacks of the 2016-2017 NFL season. Number 1.
Of course, Mustafa's lover boy.
Drew Brees. 5 times does Drew Brees reach 5,000 yards in the NFL season. That's only happened 9 times in NFL history. Drew Brees has 5 of them. The other 4, 1 quarterback each. Look at that.
Congratulations, man.
Drew Brees. 1 more Super Bowl, and he's the best quarterback of all time. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, and I don't try arguing with Mustafa about this one. But he has a point. He's a guy who had like an amazing record.
Yeah, he's breaking records like crazy.
So yeah, like I think if Breeze was on a better team, not an average team like in the Saints, he would have won more Super Bowls. I don't know.
They just need a better defense, dude. They're the number 1 offense this season again. All right.
Okay.
They just need a better defense.
You're not winning, so
it's fine. Our defense is getting better. Next year, we're gonna pick up a few defensive players in the draft.
I think Drew Brees should go to the Broncos.
Drew Brees isn't going anywhere, dude. All right,
He should go to the Broncos and start winning,
just like Peyton Manning did.
Yeah.
Next up, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is there. Almost broke the 5,000 yard. He tried really hard for it against the Saints, but he couldn't get there.
But like watching him play, like he had really good coaching this season.
Yeah.
Like he's so fast.
Their offense, man.
Snap the ball, throw it. Snap the ball, throw it.
Yeah, they know exactly where they're going the ball every play. Yeah. When it falls apart, it falls apart. But most of the time, it's working. And he's in conversation to win the MVP. We'll talk about MVP in a little bit. Kirk Cousins is next. Your lover boy.
Yeah.
Your lover boy.
Yeah.
You love Kirk Cousins. He's there. He deserves to be there. Aaron Rodgers is there. And Phillip Rivers is there. That's a pretty good list of quarterbacks. Tom Brady, if he hadn't missed 4 games, he probably would have been there.
Like Phillip Rivers is a surprise, of course.
But most of the time he's there in the top 5.
Yeah.
He throws the ball crazy every year in, year out. So he deserves to be there.
But he's not winning anything as well.
Yeah, because it's the Chargers. Let's move on to rushing yards. Ezekiel Elliott wrapping up
1.6
the season with 1,631 yards.
1.6K, man, that's crazy.
That is crazy. He's up there by 300 yards. You know what I mean? 300 yards.
His rookie year as well.
Yeah, it's absurd. But good for him. He's in conversation for the MVP, of course. Jordan Howard, the Chicago rookie, who no one is talking about.
I don't know why, but he's been amazing.
Because he's on a really bad Chicago team. That's why no one's talking about him.
But that should be even a plus.
It should be a plus. It should be a really good positive going forward. But it's good. It's good that he's there for them.
And he's not even on the
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, which is crazy. But there were so many good rookies this year.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. DeMarco Murray is there. He had a great season, especially for me since I had him on my fantasy team.
And I had Jordan Howard on my fantasy
Yeah,
team
you
as well.
did.
I picked him up
You
out
did.
of nowhere,
You
and it's
did.
been amazing for me.
Jay Ajayi is there.
Yeah.
He had 3 200-yard games. Half of his 1,200 came in 3 games. Half of those yards for Jay Ajayi came in 3 games.
That's insane. That's insane. He's an insane running back.
Yeah.
He's so powerful, man. It's impressive.
He looks like beast mode a little bit when he runs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But there's a few who look like beast mode.
Yeah, but for him especially, he really looks like beast mode.
I think Eddie Lacy, خلاص, he's not gonna be like his hype is gonna
Gone.
die out.
Yeah.
It's gone, خلاص, no?
Yeah, I agree with you. Le'Veon Bell, the Pittsburgh Steelers running back, is there. He also missed a few games to start the season. If he hadn't, he could have been up there with Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
He could have been also in the MVP race, but he's there. All right, that's it for rushing yards. Let's move on to receiving yards. T.Y. Hilton having a quiet season in Indianapolis with 1,448 yards, beating Julio Jones and Odell Beckham respectively.
That's crazy, T.Y. Hilton. No one is talking about T.Y. Hilton.
He had the
Is he
second.
even in the Pro Bowl?
I think he might be. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he is in the Pro Bowl.
Because
I'm
if he's not,
sure.
then I don't know.
No,
what
I'm
the NFL
80%
is doing.
sure that he is. I'm 80%. I'm 90%
He's
sure.
the top receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, like he had a second half of the season was crazy. Andrew Luck started throwing a lot more. He had a great second half of the season.
And he's so short.
Yeah.
So short, but he's so fast.
He's ridiculously fast.
And yeah. Do you think will Cooks be on his level one day?
Brandon Cooks?
Yeah.
Definitely. Brandon Cooks had a 1,000-yard season this year. You know?
But he still didn't get he wasn't the target most of the time.
Yeah, because we have 3 quality receivers. You know?
Snead, Thomas, and Cooks.
And Cooks. So T.Y. Hilton, he's kind of the
only
the
one
star
in
Indianapolis.
the star for the.
So it makes and Julio Jones is the star in Atlanta. Odell Beckham is the star in
the
the
Falcons.
Giants.
They have like 70 receivers. They throw to
Yeah.
everyone. Like
They do
every
throw to
week,
everyone.
there's a new receiver that's
Yeah.
gonna play.
But no, look, this list kind of makes sense. Everyone who's there, the probably top 5 receivers in the NFL right now. You know, like if you ask me who are the top 5 receivers in the NFL, these would be the top 5
I would
receivers.
add AJ Green.
Definitely, AJ Green instead of Mike Evans, and AJ Green would have been on that list if he hadn't gotten injured.
Yeah.
So it's definitely put
Who
AJ
else?
Green there. Who else on that list? Besides these guys?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. These are the top quality guys right now. Let's move on to the linebackers and tackles. Bobby Wagner's there.
Bobby
Wagner's been there for a few years running. Zach Brown, the Buffalo Bills linebacker. Christian Kirksey, the Cleveland Browns. Oh, something went well for the Cleveland Browns this season. 1 win, 1 good player. Sean Lee, the Dallas Cowboys.
They have Jamie Collins as well now.
Jamie Collins.
So their defense.
But Jamie Collins is going to be a free agent.
Really?
He's going to be a free agent, yeah. So he might not re-sign with the Browns. I don't know why he would, honestly, if I was him.
Well, they just traded for him.
Yeah, they traded for him knowing that he's going to be a free agent. His contract with the Patriots was only till the end of the season, and that's why the Patriots traded him away, because they wanted value for him, because the kind of money that he wanted with the Patriots was ridiculous. They didn't want to pay him, so they traded him to the Browns.
And the Browns gave them
away a pick just for that remaining half of the season, in hope that he would want to re-sign with them. But I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Unless he stays and Kirksey stays and they get another good defensive player.
But why would you want to stay in the Cleveland Browns? What kind of player, an all-pro player, would want to be with the Cleveland Browns?
If they offer him the money that he wants.
If they offer him the money that he wants. But that's absurd. If you want to win games, you're not going to stay there. Sean Lee's had an amazing season with the Dallas Cowboys. He's one of the reasons that Dallas Cowboys defense has been so good. Quan Alexander for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
I love
as well.
His name, Quan.
That's an awesome name. The Buccaneers have had a really solid defensive year, and he's one of the big reasons as well, amongst a lot of other players. So yeah, those are the linebackers. Let's move on to the sacks. Vic Beasley Jr., the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, last year his rookie year wasn't that great, but this year, sophomore season,
15.5 sacks, man.
He had amazing potential coming out of the draft, and they were right about him. 15.5 sacks, beating Von Miller, which is quite an amazing thing. Laurent Alexander, another Buffalo Bills defensive player, is there. Danielle Hunter, Minneapolis Vikings end, is there. And Marcus Golden for the Arizona Cardinals. All 5 players. That's pretty great.
I thought there were going to be more Vikings players on there. It's weird.
They, like 6, 7, 8 probably are Vikings players. Let's move on to interceptions. Casey Hayward has been up there for a while. Marcus Peters has had a fantastic season for the Chiefs.
Amazing season.
Good for him. Quinton Demps, the Houston Texans defense. They're dangerous. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, the Giants cornerback. He had 2 interceptions last week. He would have been on the list if he hadn't done that. And Stephen Gilmore for the Buffalo Bills. Another Bills defensive players. A lot of Bills defensive players right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe it's the Ryan.
Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, he got fired. That's actually something I wanted to get into now.
Did they fire him and his brother?
Yes.
Yes. They
Both of them.
they fired them. They fired them.
They
both?
fired both of them. So let's talk about that now. The Bills are looking for a head coach. The Jaguars are looking for a head coach. The 49ers are looking for a head coach. The Rams are looking for a head coach. The Broncos are looking for a head coach. Out of these 5 teams, which has the most potential? This is an easy question. Which has the most potential of winning next season?
Broncos.
All right, so no matter who they get, the Broncos have a bigger potential to win. The Buffalo Bills right now, they're going to go through a transition. Who knows who they're going to hire? The number 1 coaching candidate for next season is Kyle Shanahan, the Falcons offensive coordinator. Now, he has history with the Broncos because his dad was a Super Bowl winning coach with the Broncos. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to the Denver Broncos, took a quarterback, and turned that team around. That would be dangerous.
I think who do you think he's gonna get? It's either Cousins or Romo.
Well, the thing is, Cousins, I don't think he's leaving Washington. But Tony Romo is going to be available for a lot of teams.
Like he's a free agent.
Yeah, but Tony Romo is going to have to get traded for, right? Kirk Cousins, they're going to pay him. They're going to pay him his money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another coaching candidate, Josh McDaniels, the Patriots offensive coordinator, who used to coach the Broncos a few years ago, failed miserably because of the whole Tim Tebow thing, and then they fired him 2 years into his coaching job there. So you have 2 offensive coordinators. You have the 49ers, who really need an offensive coach right now. You have the Broncos, who really need an offensive coach right now. The Bills, who also really need an offensive coach right now. So I don't know what's going to happen, but all 3 of these teams, possibilities of these 2 guys going there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that.
I don't know. I think the Broncos and Tony Romo. I think they should stick with Simeon if they're gonna get Tony Romo.
Yeah, I think that wherever Tony Romo goes, it won't work anyway. So I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think whichever team picks up Tony Romo, I think it'll be a mistake. I think he'll get injured again.
And I don't think the Broncos should pick him up.
Yeah.
I think the Broncos should do better than that.
Yeah, definitely.
Or just stick with the
Simeon and Paxton Lynch, you know.
Yeah. Simeon and Lynch.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Stick with them.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to the MVP race. We already talked a little bit about that. We have 5 names in the race right now. Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Ezekiel Elliott, and Dak Prescott. All 5 of these players are in for the MVP race. Derek Carr is not in the race anymore. I don't know why.
Because he got injured.
Yeah.
You're injured, you're out.
That's kind of crazy.
Is that the NFL?
Tom Brady was out for 4 games. Why is he still in the race?
Because he's Tom Brady.
Yep, exactly.
I think it's between Ryan and Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't, if you give it to Ezekiel Elliott, you're giving it also because of the offensive line, right? The offensive line is the main reason why he was able to do what he did there. Dak Prescott, I don't know if I think he would be last on that list.
Yeah, I don't think he deserves MVP,
Yeah.
to be quite honest.
And then you got Matt Ryan, who's been doing amazing stuff, and I think he should be up there. But I'm picking Aaron Rodgers. I want him to. I don't think he will. I think Matt Ryan will, but I want Aaron Rodgers to win this. Because those 6 last games at the end of the season to win the division, coming back like that, like the way they did, it shows why he is the most valuable player. He is exactly what the award stands for, you know? So I'm picking Aaron Rodgers for this. I really want him to do it.
I think Matt Ryan is gonna win.
I think he is as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Matt Ryan, and he deserves it.
Yeah, he does, without a doubt. But that would be a shame if he did. If Matt Ryan wins an MVP and Drew Brees never won an MVP, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's your thing, man.
That's gonna be like something that haunts me for the rest of my life until Drew Brees wins one.
Yeah.
If Matt Ryan has one, Drew Brees doesn't. That's gonna be ridiculous. Whatever. Rookie of the year. Dak Prescott is there. Ezekiel Elliott is there. Joey Bosa, the Chargers defensive end, is there.
No Michael Thomas.
No Michael Thomas for the Saints.
No Howard for the
No
Bears.
Howard for the Bears. Carson Wentz is there.
That's baffling. That's mind-boggling.
He's definitely not going to win it.
Of course.
But he's there because he's a quarterback.
But he had an average season.
Yeah.
Like, he started okay. He started very good. He had a very good start for the season.
Yeah.
And then...
Deion Jones is there, the Falcons linebacker. He had a really good season.
Yeah?
Yeah, he had a really, really good season. He's really entertaining to watch. Comes up with big plays, but he's not going to win it. He might win Joey Bosa is probably going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. And I think Ezekiel Elliott will win Offensive Rookie of the Year. If he doesn't win the MVP. You know?
Elliott as well is a person who could win the MVP.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and he's up there. 1.6K
Definitely.
yards is a lot.
Yeah.
What's the record for yards?
For rookies, I think he beat it.
No, for yards ever a season.
It's 2,000. It's up there.
2,000?
Yeah, he's like 4,000 plus short.
4,000?
400, sorry. 400 plus short.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so he averaged 100 yards a game. That's pretty good.
That's insane. Yeah.
So that's it for Rookie of the Year and the MVP race. That's the wild card place right there. This has been the ENFLP, the Egyptian NFL podcast. My name is Muzzy.
And my name is Abdo.
It's playoff time. You win, you go on. You lose,
You go home.
you go home. And that's the end of your regular season.
Or they go to Miami.
Yeah, or they go to Miami and party hardy until next year. Well, that makes it for our episode. Thank you for listening. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back with the divisional round next week. We'll see if we're right. We'll see what's going on.
We're gonna be right.
This is the ENFLP, the Egyptian NFL podcast. My name is Muzzy.
And we're the world's #1 experts. We already did that. We're not gonna do it again.
Oh, really? We already did it?
Yeah.
I forgot that we already did it. Oh, well.
Concentrate.
Sorry, I'm not concentrating. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bye-bye.
Playoffs. Bye-bye.
One more, I got 69 touchdowns. If you know what I mean. Only you know what I mean, baby.
I'm sorry to explode by that, but it's like no one's ever worked on TV here before.
That was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.